Installing a drain assembly into a membrane, PVC membrane of a shower is not that difficult. It's just a few steps that you need to pay attention to very closely. I've already placed a 4-to-1 bedding mix below, allowed it to dry for at least 48 hours. Now I'm adding the membrane. I'm going to add 100% silicone caulk about 1 inch away from the interior of the drain to assure that the membrane is secured tightly and watertight to the drain assembly. I'm going to carefully lay the PVC membrane back to its original fitted location within the shower, and I'm going to locate these bolts. As I locate the bolts, I'm going to cut an X over the top of each bolt. And as I do, I'm going to be careful not to overcut. I want to make sure these are tight and I don't have extra cuts that will potentially leak later on. Your knife can get away from you, and you want to also make sure that you practice safety and you do not put your fingers in the line of the way you're pulling the knife as you're cutting these bolts, because you can cut yourself very easily with a sharp knife. You do want to use a sharp utility knife to do this process. That way it's going to cut through that 40 mil PVC membrane very easily. Now, after you've cut all these holes and pushed the membrane down tightly around the bolts, you want to also push the membrane against the silicone that goes all the way around the drain. This assures that you have a good seal and you're ready now to make your next cut. Your next cut is going to be the same process, but it's the center of the hole of your drain pipe. You want to cut an X, and then you want to take out 1/4 sections at a time. Take your time, don't overcut, and again, practice safety and do not take a chance on cutting yourself. Once this is done, the next phase of this is basically to anchor your plate, and your plate will go down over the 4 bolts through the larger holes. Then you'll twist it into place, tighten up the bolts one at a time, alternate as you tighten it up to make sure that you don't push it one way or the other. Make sure they're all good and tight, and then you will install your final drain screen assembly. Now, this is very simple, very easy. This drain needs to be the height, the finished height of your tile after you have added your second layer of bedding on top of your PVC sheeting, and then you add your tile, and then it's finished.